Hello everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to do another leg workout. This one's going to be kind of a fun one, as all of them are, but this one is especially fun. So all you need is a weighted backpack, so you can grab a bag, fill it with weights, and then you'll also need a band. But if you don't have a band, it's not completely necessary, it just adds to the straight fire flames that you're going to feel in your glutes. So we are going to get started with a little warm-up. We'll go 3 rounds through this, and yeah, then we'll hop into the workout. So you're gonna start off with ab rollouts, or roll-ups, I should say. So extend your feet nice and long. Hands are gonna come overhead, and we're gonna use our core to lift yourself off the ground, slowly rolling up the length of our spine, reaching towards our toes. You're gonna go up and down for 10 reps. Really trying to focus on taking all the momentum out of the hands so that you're really just focusing on the core. Then we're going to go into some lizard walks. You're going to start off in a lunge position, back knee is going to raise. Opposite hand of the foot that's grounded is going to ground down. You're going to twist towards that bent leg, come back through center, step back up, and then twist through the other side. If you have a hallway, you could always walk up and down the hallway doing these. I much prefer that, but with limited space, that might not be accessible to you. And then last but not least, is going to be banded glute bridges or non-banded, depending on your equipment. You're going to take your band above the knees, walk the feet hip distance apart and walk them nice and close to you so that heels are almost stacked under the knees. Hands by your side, lift the hips up to the sky, squeeze the glutes, and we're going to go here for 15. You're going to go through that 3 rounds, and then we'll hop into the workout. Alright guys, so superset number 1, all you'll need is your weighted backpack. So we're going to start off with 10 sissy squats. I'll show you 2 variations of difficulty. First variation, you're just going to bring your feet a little bit closer than hip distance apart. Heels are going to raise, you're just going to be up on your toes. Kind of think about squeezing your glutes to keep your body more upright. Drive the knees forward over the toes, pop back up. It's all about the quads in this one and a little bit of the calves. Of course, you're using your stabilizers to keep you upright. You can go there for 10. Or if you would like to make this a little bit more difficult, you can grab onto the sides of your pack. Still in that sissy squat position, and drive the knees all the way to the ground. And then pop all the way up. Either way, whatever best suits your knees. And if none of those feel good on your knees, just do a regular goblet squat with your weighted pack in front of you. Heels down. Either or. Then with your weighted pack in hand, we're going to come into some zombie lunges. So you're going to go one leg, always lunging with the same leg. So lunge forward, the pack is going to be on the side of the leg that's in front, lunge down, come back up. Lunge, step, lunge, step. Go there and back up and down your hallway, same leg. So till you hit 10 reps per side. Then you're going to switch sides and do the same thing. Other side. Trying to stay upright with that body positioning the whole time and grounding through that front heel. You'll take a minute rest and you'll go through this 4 rounds. Alright, so superset number 2, grab a weighted pack. If you have a band, you can place the band above your knees. We're going to come into some kneeling hip thrusters. The band just adds a little bit more activity in your glutes and through your quads. You're going to kneel down, hold onto your weight in front of you, gently hinge back, sending your hips towards your heels, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads, push back up so that the hips are over the knees, set it back down, come back up. You can definitely play around with making this more challenging, but maybe even taking it up and overhead, placing it a little bit heavier on the back body. But I like the front of the body in the front rack position because you hit more of your quads than your glutes, even though you're utilizing both of them. You're going to go there for for 20. Then you can take your band off. We're gonna come into kneeling walks. So you're gonna kneel down, hip distance apart, walk up, hands in front of you, other foot walks up, same leg that you pressed up to start, goes back down, back down. You're gonna go 10 with this leg pushing you up to start, and then you're gonna switch. Left or right leg is gonna start going up and down. Make this more challenging by adding some weight, or maybe even hands overhead. Play around with it. Create your own adventure today. You're gonna go 20 total, so 10 walks per side. Take a minute rest, 4 rounds. All right, guys, so the last circuit is gonna be 5 rounds of 3 movements. 3 or 4, depending on which variation you do. So, variation number 1 is gonna be more difficult, and I'll show you that through each exercise. And then if you're doing variation number 2, I'm gonna get you to add 1 movement at the end because it will supplement for the ones you're missing off in exercise number 1 and exercise number 2. I hope that makes sense. So movement number 1 is going to be a rollout to a thruster. So you're gonna start with your weight in front of you, high on your chest, elbows a little bit forward. You're gonna squat down, release yourself to the ground, roll up, come back in that squat position, thrust it out, press the weight overhead. Come back through, squat low, roll out, squat up, thrust. If that's not accessible to you, come into regular thrusters, squatting down and then pushing the weight overhead, using the momentum of the squat to thrust the weight overhead. So exercise number 2, variation 1, is going to be similar. It's going to be a rollout but to a burpee. So weight in front of you, squat down, roll out, come into the squat, press up, send the weight to the ground, hop the feet out, hop them back in, high to the chest, roll back out, come back into that squat position, stand up, squat down, step the feet or hop them out, hop them back in, chest high, and then back into that rollout. Of course, if that's not accessible, come into a burpee with your weight, jump up, sit down, step, or hop the feet down, push up, come back in. All right, either or. You can do the burpee without the weight if you would like. 10 of those. Then our last movement is just gonna be a single arm kettlebell swing. If you have a kettlebell, great, use it. If not, use a weighted pack. Grab onto the side handle, or maybe even these handles, whatever you can find. Feet nice hip distance apart or wider. You're gonna hinge the hips back, squeeze the glutes to get the momentum for the hips to push forward. You're gonna go 10 per side, single arm kettlebell swings. There is no other variation for this one. Everyone should be able to do this one. We'll switch it on up, 10 other side. Awesome. If you're doing variation 2 of the first 2 movements where you didn't do the roll up, I want you to go back through and get 20 roll ups, just like you did in the beginning warm up. It's the exact same movement. So feet nice and long. You're gonna extend the hands overhead, slowly roll up, reach towards the toes. 20 of those. But if you did variation 1, the most challenging variation of the first 2 exercises, you do not have to do that because you're already doing it in that exercise. So everybody gets a fair play of all the things today. You'll go through that 5 rounds, 1 minute rest after each round, and have fun with it. It's a little fun one. So hope you guys enjoyed that one and smash it.